Gwishin in the Mirror is a chilling tale rooted in Korean folklore, centering around a vengeful spirit known as the Gishwan, which manifests through mirrors as a harbinger of doom. The story unfolds with eerie precision, following a protagonist, often a young woman, who inadvertently summons this spectral entity by gazing too long into a mirror or engaging in a seemingly innocent ritual, such as saying a forbidden name at midnight. Unlike conventional ghosts, this Gishwan is not merely a lost soul, but an entity bound by unfinished business, usually tied to themes of betrayal, murder, or a deep seated resentment. Its presence is significant but subtle, unsettling distortions and reflections, a shadow lingering behind the viewer, a slight delay in mirrored movements, or the faint sound of breathing where there shouldn't be none. As the narrative progresses, these anomalies escalate, leading to full blown hauntings in which the Gishwan emerges from the mirror realm, dragging the protagonist deeper into its vengeful grasp. The ghost itself is typically depicted as a woman with long, unkept hair, often obscuring her face, dressed in a flowing white habak, a signature look of the restless spirits in Korean horror. However, what sets this particular Gishwan apart is its method of attack. It preys on its victims' reflection, eroding their sense of reality. Victims may find their mirror images moving of their own accord, smiling wickedly when they themselves are expressionless or whispering secrets they should not know. Eventually, the boundary between reality and the mirror world weakens, and the protagonist risks being pulled into the eternal limbo where the Gishwan reigns supreme. The legend behind the Gishwan in the mirror often ties into a tragic backstory. Perhaps a scorned lover, a woman betrayed and murdered, or a soul who died in anguish, unable to find peace. The haunting, therefore, is not random, but deeply personal, often revealing a connection between the victim and the ghost that was not initially apparent. As the protagonist races against time to sever the supernatural link, they must uncover the truth behind the Gishwan's fate, often through ancient texts, folklore, or encounters with those who have narrowly escaped similar fates. The climax is typically a desperate confrontation between the Gishwan in its own domain, the mirror world, where the protagonist must either banish it through a ritual, break the mirror as a symbolic severance, or make an impossible choice: sacrifice somebody else or risk eternal entrapment. The resolution varies, the horror lingers, as even if the Geshwan appears defeated, a final chilling glance at the reflective surface often suggests otherwise.